One of the habits that I see leaders doing less, but I see more leaders doing it now than in the past, is reflection. It's a real small, simple habit of at the end of the day, or even at the end of a meeting, taking the time out to reflect. And of course, we talked about how busy people are. It's so common to have not just back-to-back meetings, but overlapping meetings, where people are coming into meetings late and they're walking from one to another, constantly having no time for thought or reflection.
I find that the leaders I've worked with who are brilliant reflectors make the best leaders. There's a caveat to that, though. You can't just reflect and then not do anything with it. So there's the reflection and then turning that reflection into action.
So it's a reflection, so what?
It's always a bit of a red flag to me
Yeah.
if you're working with a leader and they're like, oh, I don't like to reflect on things. I just want to think, there needs to be a cycle of reflection. It doesn't need to be long. I'm not talking about long, drawn out reflection periods, but there needs to be built into your day at some point what's gone well, what could I have done better, how can I then adapt that for next time, what's the behavior change I need to do in order to impact this.
So if you're reflecting already and you're spending, I don't know, 5 minutes a day doing that reflection, evaluation and action, kind of tick, if you like, carry on doing that. And if you're finding it really difficult to carve 5 minutes out of your day to reflect, maybe what you need to do is carve half an hour out to make sure you actually do it.
Yeah.
It's almost like pulling it like in the opposite direction, isn't it? To make it fundamentally a priority.
I mean, some people are naturally do
Yeah.
it anyway, so they'll be
Yeah.
on their way home and they'll be reflecting on the day, etc. And some people don't. I think as well, I'd say it's really important to build that as a skill set within your team. Team meetings, that very rarely do they go back and review how something has done. Not at a deep level and what they're then going to do about it. They're too busy and moving on to the next thing. And so I think building that as a cycle of learning with the team can be really helpful. So a project that's launched, and then you come back to the next meeting, instead of jumping on to the next project, go back, okay, what have we learnt from this project that we've just launched? What's gone well? What do we need to do better? What extra resources do we need? How do we need to work better in order to make this next project better? So I think there's reflecting yourself as a leader, but also encouraging your team to do that reflection as well.